What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? We're about to get started. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. All right, just setting some stuff up here real quick. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? We're about to get started. So you guys- What's up, fellas? Welcome to another Let's Chat episode. Like I told you guys, I'm gonna work on just making sure that my mic is good and my setup is good. Want this to look professional, even though I'm at the office working on my lunch break, just for you guys, because you guys have stated that these Let's Chats are important for you guys. So before we get started, man, just want to plug some things in about the channel, give you guys a really quick update. So this Let Chats are going to be happening every Monday and Wednesdays around this time. And so the way that this is going to work is we're just going to pick a topic of conversations. We're going to come here, we're going to discuss. The goal is to hear you guys, to talk to you guys, and to connect with you guys. So I hope you guys like this series. Again, 12 p.m. every Monday and Wednesday we're going to be doing this. And then on Saturday, 2 p.m., that's when we have our podcast as well. All right. So on the podcast, it goes so fast. We have a lot of people in the panel, so it's hard for us to connect with everyone. So I feel like this is a good way for it to just be more personal. Cool. But yeah, seems like you guys are on. So let's get started, man. So much to talk about today. All right. So let me just give a shout out to those people who are on. Victor's on here. What's up, Victor? Appreciate you being here. Chris, what is good, my dude? Appreciate you. Let's see, Brad, how are you, sir? Man, I tried xCloud yesterday on the lower Samsung with constant connection issues, even though my internet is great. Yeah, we've talked about xCloud just not, or Game Pass, game streaming, if you want to call it that, not being consistent for sure. Let's see here. Ace, let me make this bigger so I can read this. Ace, what do you think GeForce Now news announcement could be the color heart? I actually think I might know what this is, but I can't say anything yet. But hopefully, you guys should be hearing about what this might be soon. I would say stay tuned for that, though. Should be a lot of fun. All right, Isaiah, thanks, man. Thanks. Good to know that you guys can hear. Brody says, "What up, everyone? Hey, Brody, what's up? I'm gonna call you O 07. You on here again. You were here last week, so appreciate you being here. All right, so yeah, thank you for the intro again. Always trying to advance and make things better in this channel. So I'm glad you guys are seeing that and appreciating that. The Go Hard and GeForce Now, Stadia, Stadia G. No, I don't think that's the case. I think again, I might have an idea of what that is, but I can't say too much about it. But all I can say is you guys should be hearing about more of that soon. So Dancing Panda, I love the name. Glad that you're here. You guys are on here. Appreciate that. What are your thoughts on GTA 5 coming on Stadia? You believe the rumors? So yeah, I plan on getting to this, but we'll get to this. So much I want to say about that, but just want to take a minute to say what up to you guys on here. So, how do you say this? Instantly, wow, instantly. What's up? I hope I'm not butchering that name. All right, so let's just get started with the topic of our conversation. And as you guys seen the title, that's the state of Stadia, right? Where is Stadia is right now, and how do you guys like the service right now? And what's the future of Stadia gonna look like come this fall? and 2021. So we're going to get right into that because I know a lot of people are concerned about where Stadia is right now. It's still Lydia. Cool. I again hope I'm not butchering that. But so just give you my thoughts on where I think Stadia is right now. And then again, it's open chat. The goal is for me to get to all the questions. But as of right now, I would say personally, Stadia is not in a good place. And the reason I say this is because, again, when the last AAA title and the next AAA titles, there's just a big gap with nothing in between and no fillers to fill those games in until we get Avengers coming out in September. Now, the bummer is that they held Stadia Connect, and a lot of people were speculating that during that connect, and we covered it on here, and that's why we got a lot. We kind of badged the connect because they didn't give us a window, they didn't give us a roadmap on what is coming next for Stadia for this time period. Again, we know come the fall, they are okay with Cyberpunk, with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, with NBA 2K. They have some pretty cool third party games coming in the fall. And so again, they're taking care of. But for this summer stretch, this was my concern when I was covering the Connect, was the fact that they didn't give us that much to go on, to ride on. And again, I feel like that echoes to what we're seeing right now. So as of right now, Stadia is not in a good place because honestly speaking, they don't have a lot to show. They don't have a lot to talk about. You hear it next gen with Xbox doing the showcase event and Sony unveiling the PS5, and with more of those things coming, and with Ubisoft hosting their own. All these companies are doing big things, and Stadia I feel like is just in the dust with not a lot of noise. And so people are like, oh, Stadia is DOA, Stadia is not relevant anymore for right now. I think Stadia is going to pick steam come September again with 2K coming, with the Avengers coming. I feel like come September, come the fall, Stadia is going to be okay. I don't think you guys should panic. Yes, the place where we are right now with Stadia kind of sucks. Again, I predicted this in the Connect. They didn't give us enough games to hold us over until September, which I feel like when that hits with 2K, with Avengers, and the list goes on with games coming like Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, with uh, was that samurai game coming. I mean, they have Hitman coming September. They have some games coming, and things will start to pick up again. So, y'all, if you guys can just hang on until that time happens, you guys will be okay when it comes to Stadia being alive. All right. So again, just want to give my take. So much more to talk about on this topic, but again, this is open chat, so I just want to take a second to read what you guys are writing on here, and my goodness, you guys are on here, which is pretty cool to see. Right, so let's get into this. um I hope GTA comes to Stadia. I've never played it before. Man, Brody, GTA is an old game, and so this is really cool if you haven't played it yet. And from what I'm hearing with the rumors and speculation, it's supposed to be the next gen GTA. And I'll be truthful with you guys, I don't think this is going to be a reality. If anything, if we are getting GTA, I feel like it's going to be the current gen model. It just makes no sense to me that Google Stadia out of Microsoft and out of Sony will get the next gen of GTA 5 before Sony and Microsoft. It doesn't make sense to me. And the other thing to speculate, people are really excited about this news. Again, I think it'll be cool. But my thing is just being real. I think it'll make more sense for GTA to be ported to the Switch before we see it on Stadia. The reason I say that, Switch has a big install base, and that's been a game that people have been begging for to come to the Switch for quite some time now. But if this happens, guys, if this happens, forget the next gen model of GTA. If we get the current old gen model of GTA, it's a win. Again, Rockstar is already on here on Stadia with Red Dead Redemption 2. So I'm sure they're familiar with how Stadia engine works. So we might see something. But, and I say this in my podcast, my big concern with this title coming to Stadia is, again, you were saying here, brother, you haven't played the game. That is great, right? This game has been out since the PS3 era, right? So a lot of people have played GTA, and again, this is one of the highest selling games of all time. But what people right now normally are picking GTA for is for the online play. And again, I talked about this in the podcast. I feel like the issue that this is going to run into coming to Stadia, if it does ever come to Stadia, is finding people to play the online, because I feel like that's what's keeping this game going, and that's why this game right now is selling as much as it's selling. People are still into the online. We know that Stadia suffers from having a big enough install base to get people to play online. You see what's going on with Ghost Recon Breakpoint, where it's a ghost town trying to play online. My thing is, this game comes, it becomes a pro game, right? I feel like they have to extend the pro trial, because again, Destiny 2 did a good job extend the pro trial, and I feel like that's why we got to see more people in Destiny 2. Right, if this game comes out and it's like Elder Scrolls and it only has like 6 months of, not 6 months, a month of pro, and then leaves the pro membership, again, that's not gonna, people are gonna claim the game, but newcomers who are coming into the Google Stadia ecosystem are gonna miss the opportunity, and this needs that to keep going. But it'll be good. It'll be a good get. And again, I feel like it'll put Stadia in a lot of people's radar, because again, GTA is still a really popular game. Rockstar is still making GTA. Yeah, exactly. This game has been out for quite some time, but people still love the online, and that's why I think we're seeing this game still do as well as it's doing. I'm an Apple guy. Do I wait for xCloud to come out on it, or is it going to be a long way now? Yeah, I pray for you, and I feel so bad for you, Brad. Personally, I have a lot of people in Discord. I have a lot of people in the comments talking about the same issue. You guys are wondering what to do when it comes to Apple and cloud gaming. Personally, I say you guys might honestly be waiting a long time to see either Google Stadia, xCloud, and iOS devices. It's just the way Apple works right now. They're playing, hardball. There's rumors of speculation that they are actually working on their own cloud gaming service. So if that's the case, then we definitely know we will not see Stadia xCloud, because Apple is all about their ecosystem and the catch, and they're gonna try to push that over xCloud to Stadia. So honestly speaking, like I tell people on this channel, really start considering getting another operating system like Android, because you might have to wait a long time to get xCloud or Google Stadia in your iOS device. I'm loving Stadia, but they need to start shelling out new games to tune of 15, 15, 20, this slow trickle. Yes, so like I was saying earlier, Stadia lately has been slowing down a lot. And I think things are gonna ramp back up come September again with 2K and Avengers. Those are two big um, third party games coming that month, and I feel like from there, October is looking quite decent. Again, don't forget we have Hitman coming pro in September, and Sekiro coming. I believe, I don't know when Sekiro's come, probably in November. But those games that come in, Cyberpunk in November, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs, all those games are coming, and I feel like Google Stadia is going to start picking up. But again, the summer months has just been slow, but I just say you guys chill. Things are gonna get better. Um, I like the idea of Stadia, just don't like the price model. I'm having to pay $10 a month plus paying $6. So not a model I can get into. And we hear this a lot with the pricing structure Someone did the math. I forgot who it was, but if you look at the duration of paying long term for a console and then having to buy games on that console is actually cheaper, right? Going this route of paying, $10 a month and then purchasing new games. So if you look at it from that lens, Stadia is actually a cheaper alternative. But I do agree this pricing model is different and it's gonna take people a minute to get used to it. But don't forget, guys, this the free tier. You guys, a lot of people forget that Google Stadia now officially has a free tier that you guys can try. Yes, you won't get the pro deals, right? And you won't get to use pro, but you can actually just purchase the game and play in the Google Stadia free tier. So I hope that helps. So we're gonna keep these conversation going. Andre, they had two games supposedly set for August in Series 7 form, Boulder Gears 3. But yeah, that's a great point. So that's a great point. Sosa. That's true. That's true. And again, if those games would have came out, that would have been a good, stretch, right? August would have been filled. Then come September with Toucan, Hitman, and the Avengers. That would have been good. But you're right. There was some delay, and that might be the case why Stadia is so dry. That's actually a great point. Chief, I don't care for anything now until Watch Dog. Watch Dog is going to be a good one. Again, this fall is going to be a great, great season for Stadia. So many AAA titles are going to be coming this fall. So I'm telling you guys, man, hang on. This is not the end of the world right now. Slow month for sure, but things I feel like it's going to pick up. You don't have to pay 60. They have sales all the time. True, but the sales mostly come for pro members. And I think he was asking, he was saying one of the reasons why he didn't like the price of models because you have to pay for pro and then pay 60 on top of that. But the truth is, you really don't have to pay the $9 a month. I mean, that's saving you some cash right there. I want Madden and Stadia Brody, and this was confirmed. I don't know if we'll hear more about this, but we heard that FIFA and Madden was coming to Stadia. Star Wars Fallen Jedi 2 is another game that was announced that was coming, and that's also another game coming out this fall for Google Stadia. But yeah, Madden and FIFA should be coming to Stadia. True, but still higher price after games been around for a while. Yeah, hey guys, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are on here with your comments, and this is cool. This is cool. So wait for me to just interact with you guys, get to know you guys better. So I'm really enjoying this. I believe a huge reason Stadia seems pretty quiet is because of the pandemic pushing everyone back. Yes, this is a great point, and this is definitely something else to take into consideration. The pandemic, CV virus, is slowing a lot of things down. We're seeing big events like E3, get delayed. We're seeing games get pushed back. Halo Infinite. I mean, my goodness, a game like Halo Infinite that was supposed to launch with the Xbox Series X is getting delayed to 2021, guys. If that's not a big deal enough, I mean, to show how bad the situation is right now with delays and cancellation, that should speak for itself. But yeah, CV virus definitely has an impact on delays and just slowdowns for sure. If games did not get delayed, we'll all be singing to different tune on Stadia. True. Again, Michael, someone stated that earlier, and that brought things to perspective to light. We should have got Serious Sam here in August, and we should have got Baldur's Gate here in August. And the fact that those games were delayed, we are not seeing them. And those games were, not delayed. Yes, we definitely will be talking about those games right now for sure. So that's a good point. Again, appreciate you for bringing that up. Let's see here. Crids, how are you, sir? Ace, you may just be a different demographic, but I honestly have too much games to play on Stadia. The platform's very long-term project, and as long as it continue update, then I'm happy. I agree. And when Google and the Stadia team, when they were interviewed about Stadia, I heard um, Jade Raymond talk about, their Breath of the Wild type caliber exclusive is 5 years down the line, so that shows the way they are picturing Stadia. And again, Google does this with their products and the services. They release the product and then upgrade it, improve it as time goes on. Google Maps, when it originally released, is not the Google Maps you see today. It's gotten a lot better. They've updated, added some new features to it. I guess that's probably what we'll see with Stadia going on. But yeah, I do agree. I have a huge catalog of games that I still haven't touched yet in Stadia. Like, I still haven't beaten Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I still haven't got through Red Dead Redemption 2, and Stadia did for the PS4, but not Stadia. But yeah, so there are still games, Tomb Raider 2, all those series still haven't touched. And guys, like I said, next month you have 2K, you have Avengers, you have Hitman coming as pro games. So there are games coming. My thing though is I feel like they failed. Again, people are saying that if those games would have came in August, we wouldn't be having this conversation, which is true. But I felt like they didn't give us a good roadmap with the latest Connect, and that's why we're kind of having this issue that we're having right now. Again, goes back to Google Stadia PR team just dropping the ball again. Even games like Avengers, Cyberpunk 2027, and Watch Dogs were supposed to have launch already. Exactly. And CV virus is definitely affecting a lot of things right now, for sure, when it comes to just games and releases. If they had, what the hell? Yeah, agreed. Okay, so you guys agreeing that if those games would have came out in August, then people will not be talking, badly about Stadia right now. 007 says GTA 5 or Watch Dogs. Oh, hands down, I would say Watch Dogs Legions. I think I've overplayed GTA 5, man. I played it for the PS3, played it for the PS4, played it on PC. I'm just ready to move on from GTA. So I like Watch Dogs is looking pretty cool, and I'm hoping that that's the game we'll get. Sure, but I think it'll be nice to get both. I'll pick GTA if it's true. Stadia exclusive content. Heard about that too. We have to wait and see what happens with that. Is Vector reliable? Chief, if you're in the chat, maybe you can answer Swagger. I haven't tested it out, but Chief just put out a video, so he would have more idea with Vector being reliable for sure. GTA. Just what is good, my dude? Hey fam, still loving Stadia, but definitely to keep the stream of new AA games coming. Yeah, um, true, agree. Again, I think the delay of Baldur's Gate and Serious Sam might be, the reason why we don't have any AAA games this August. But again, Google, if you can come out and let us know that, communicate that, say, hey guys, the reason why this is a drought right now is because we actually had these games planned and things just didn't, go according to plan with CV virus, and that's why we kind of have a shortage. That would be really helpful for the people who don't know what the hell is going on. Again, Google communication and PR, terrible, terrible. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, thank you, Chief. Don't forget to drop a like. Again, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. If you like cloud gaming related content, check us out also on the newly released Patreon that we released last week. So, well, again, we try to give you guys the best bang for your buck. We only have one tier for Patreon, which is $5. And with that, you get a lot of cool ish. So, check us out if you haven't yet. You get discount on some merches. You get private access to Discord and Instagram to see what videos we cooking up. Just so much stuff you get. But yeah, appreciate that, Chief. Just go to Android. Apple keeps you. Yeah, again, if you are a cloud gaming enthusiast and if you love cloud gaming, I would say the better option for you right now would be to go with Android and ditch iOS. Nothing against iOS, but man, they are playing hardball right now for sure. The slowdown honestly has been across the entire industry. Is the lag that was causing. Agreed, agreed. And I think I stated this earlier. $10 a month and never having to buy hardware ever, plus getting a good amount of games. It's not a bad deal. The Pro deal in Stadia right now is not a bad deal. Aries, hope I'm saying your name correctly. What's up? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. So this is my lunch break, so it's pretty cool to just kick it with you guys on your lunch break too. It looks like, but this is fun. When recommended Stadia, we'll tell people to use a wide connection, but it's also because it's made to play on TV, so it's fair to judge xCloud on Wi-Fi alone because how it's advertised. True, good point. Good point with that. I really want to turn to Shadow, but we can only pre-order. The wait is 4 months. Yeah, Shadow's a great, great platform. We cover it on here, so you guys know. But I feel like something that is hindering the service right now is just the wait time. Yes, it's a long wait. And again, the Infinite and Ultra model, which is supposed to be bringing ray tracing, right, was delayed until 2021. So I feel like in a way they kind of shooting themselves in the foot with the delays. It's not good for them. I agree. CV has turned. Yes, I agree. Victor agrees too. Cool. What confounds me is that I feel like I'm watching Stadia roll out in slow motion. We're 9 months in, and YouTube. Yes, and again, there are things right Google can do to just progress Stadia as a whole. Those features that they announced is still not on this platform, right? YouTube integration. You see things they are starting to do with crowdplay. All these things should be here. I mean, the fact that we still don't have messaging. You can't message someone, one of your friends to play a game. You have to go through Discord. It's a shame. And those things again should be here by now. But again, they have some catching up to do. They have some catching up to do. I think gamers in general have relatively low patience and waiting for things get delayed in real world. I agree, Gandra. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Yes, gamers are hard to please, and I think I stated this. That's the issue that I feel like Google is running into. They treat in Stadia like they do with all of the other services like Gmail and Google Maps, where they release a game and update it. Gamers don't have the time for that. The gamers expect Stadia to be ready to go, right? And I feel like this, like Victor was saying earlier, the fact that we still don't have these features, gamers don't have the patience for that. But I do agree that in the real world, things get delayed. But I feel like the video game market is just a different beast, man. It's just a different beast, and I feel like that's why we run to this issues that we're having. The state of Stadia, all Stadia content creators have started. It's so interesting, Chief. Yeah, it's interesting seeing other creators just jump from one thing to the other, and I hope Stadia picks up again to just light that fire. You know, it we love cloud gaming in this channel. That's why we cover things, and I know the Stadia content creators love Stadia, and that's why they cover it. But to get to the point where there's just not enough content to keep your channel going, and then you have to cover other things, just shows that Stadia, as of right now, again, things are going to change comes this fall. It's not in a really good place, and I think that's why we've seen other content creators cover other platforms for sure. Google also know for a killing project on the Vine. True 007, but so are other companies. I mean, we just saw Microsoft kill off Mixer, right? Big after paying all that money to acquire, Ninja and Shroud and all those people, they just cut off the platform without telling anyone anything, which is kind of crazy. So I do feel like other companies do the same. It's not just Google. Two Stadia that have stopped streaming altogether recently. Yeah. Um, 007, I don't know who you're referring to, but there are some Stadia content creators who um, are, if you talk about game streaming, struggling because of connection issues, but if you talk about just stop covering content altogether, then that's a bummer. Again, this community is a beautiful thing, right? Just having people advocate for cloud gaming Stadia is such a beautiful thing. So to lose content creator over the fact that Google Stadia is not performing well or doing great, it's a big loss, which kind of sucks. KB, what's good? I'm good, man. How are you? Shout outs to you, dude. I love you commenting on videos, man. You're always there. You're always present. Definitely appreciate you, and you're very insightful too. So I appreciate what you write in the comments too. So shout outs, KB. Speaking of lunch, I know I'm getting hungry too. I'm getting hungry. This guy needs to eat, bro. Last week I did it well to where I actually ate lunch before the stream, but I had a client who just took way longer than I was predicted, so I didn't get a chance to eat. But after this, hopefully, I have a cancellation. I can just run and get something to eat real quick. What is the best cloud gaming experience? I've tried to play 7 Days to Die in Stadia, and the text is too small to read. Um, my best cloud gaming experience was when Stadia first came out, and I believe I was traveling with the family, and it was NBA 2K. I was big on 2K. And I remember having 2K on the Switch and then having it on the PS4. And I was like, dang, I tried in the Stadia. It was just a better experience overall, like frame rate wise and everything. And something that sold me on the Switch was the portability factor. But I was able to do that on Stadia. So I didn't take my Switch, didn't take my PS4, and I was like, I'm going to really put Stadia to the test. And I took it with me. And man, every hotel hotspot that I used ran it so beautifully. No hiccups. Even I was getting like 10 Mbps and 15 MB, and it still was running at 60 FPS, and no issues whatsoever. And I was like, man, this is the future of gaming, not needing to carry a console around, not needing to carry your PS4 when you're traveling, right? Just taking your phone, casting it to your TV in your hotel, and just gaming. I would say for me, that was a pretty cool experience for me. But I'm sure I have many more that I can't remember right now. Are you saying on GeForce Now best experience? Huh. Okay, I would tell you quickly. The Wisher. So, if you guys didn't know, GeForce Now has been here way longer than people were actually aware of. GeForce Now actually kicked off when the NVIDIA Shield was released, and there's actually a beta, not a beta. The Wisher 3 came out on GeForce Now to kick off GeForce Now for the NVIDIA Shield. And I remember playing The Witcher 3 on the PS4, and at that time it didn't have 4K. And but that Witcher, if you guys didn't know, back then you were actually able to play 4K in GeForce Now on the NVIDIA Shield, even though they stripped that feature away from it now. But The Witcher became available, Witcher 3, and it was 4K on GeForce Now. And I was like, yo, I'm able to experience 4K on GeForce Now, and I cannot experience it on the PS4. That was pretty dope. And The Witcher ran so flawless on GeForce Now. And that was kind of what actually started converting me into cloud gaming. I was like, this ran better than my PS4, looked better than my PS4. Cloud gaming is something here. So I would say overall, that's my, the best experience I can remember with GeForce Now. Have see the tweet about feed? No, what's the tweet? Let us know, KB. What's that tweet? Would sports game be playable with a Stadia? Oh, absolutely, OS7. I play 2K religiously in Stadia and have no issues whatsoever. I even say it performed better than my experience with the Switch and with PS4, honestly speaking. When Stadia was introduced, it's more of a roadmap of what's coming, not what you get day one. Yeah, yeah. Google needs to contact Dr. Disrespect and have him promote Stadia and stream Dancing Panda. You see, stuff like this is what I'm talking about, right? Google's PR. I mean, Dr. Disrespect is back on YouTube, guys. He is streaming pretty much every day now. He streamed Fall Guys 2 days ago with PewDiePie, right? Huge, huge, huge. Why aren't Google like approaching these guys and saying, "Hey, test out Google Stadia, right? Give us." I mean, a real company sponsored one of Dr. Disrespect's stream, right? Sponsored it, and so why isn't Google doing that? Why aren't they paying money? Say, hey, why don't you try Stadia for one of your stream, and we'll sponsor it. I mean, Google owns YouTube, so I don't get this. Again, it goes back to Google's PR team and how just terrible they are with communication, right? This should be a thing. I agree 100%. 100% agree with you here. Hey, Ace, I cut your podcast. I really enjoyed Chase. Very informative. Wasn't familiar with his work, but really added to you guys. Yeah, Chase is cool, Philip. With Chase and I go way back. If you guys didn't know, the Sunny Cloud Gaming, Sunny and I kind of started that channel, and Chase was actually one of when we kicked off our podcast on that channel. He was actually one of the first guests that we had on that channel. So Chase and I go way, way back. But yeah, one of the reasons I brought him to the podcast was he's very informative. He knows his stuff, and when he talks, he's very passionate. So he was definitely a great addition. And like I told him, we have 7 members consistently on that panel. So if people do have stuff to do, we definitely will be adding some faces to the panel to cover as guests. And yeah, we'll definitely love to have Chase back. I really enjoyed that podcast with him. So cool. Apparently, to play FIFA and Stadia, you need pro mandatory. Ooh, ouch. Huh. So you can't bypass just buying the game and using free to play. I wonder if that was an EA decision or a Google decision. Stadia team decision. Probably EA. I was trying to make money, or probably Google saying, hey, we can probably push pro. But that's really interesting. I wonder if Google's wanting to expand Stadia slow to make sure everyone tries. That might be a good point, and we said this in the beginning of the launch. That's probably why the launch was such a headache, right? Just to kind of slow the But they've had months now, right? They've had months, and I feel like they've had enough time to know how their platform is going to perform with a lot of stress on it, and so I don't think so. If this is the case, at least come out and communicate that with us so we know what the hell is going on. But I don't think. I wonder if Google's wanting to say, yeah, I think I read that. There were a ton of games before an Nvidia Shield GeForce Now. Yeah, there were a lot of games, dude. And man, those were the glory days, man. I really enjoyed my GeForce Now then. What were some of the games? And guys, don't forget, you could have played the games like Call of Duty through Steam back then and all that fun stuff. But ever since it came out of beta, man, I felt like things went down the drain for GeForce Now. But I do have to say they're getting better. They're getting games, and I can't say much, but it's video coming. I can't say when, but there's a video coming that should talk about some cool things coming to GeForce Now. So catch that if you haven't. But I feel like they're doing a better job bringing games back, bringing AAA games like Rogue Company, like Dead Stranding, like Hyperscape. I mean, Google Stadia doesn't have those games. And even xCloud don't have those games, so you gotta give them a little kudos for getting some pretty decent games on the platform. I really enjoy your siloed videos showing how you can get Stadia and GeForce Now on any device. I have Shield, but thinking, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy this. And that is something that, we try to offer here on this channel. And if you guys want to go a step further, like I was talking about in our Patreon, you can actually, if you're a patron member, we have a private Discord to where, if you guys are following some of our videos, if you guys get stuck about how we're doing some thin sideload apps, you guys can ask us questions. But this is only available for, members. And again, Chief, he does a lot of comparison videos. And if you guys want to see him actually compare something, you guys can let him know, notch him, and if there's demand for that, he will cover it. So as patrons, man, you guys have a lot of say in what happens in the channel. We try to make it y'all's channel as well. So I'm glad you appreciate this, man. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love it. That's what I really enjoy doing, just messing around with things, seeing if things can work on things that they're not supposed to work on, and making videos on that. So you'll see more of those videos moving forward for sure. Stadia needs game exclusive to bring YouTubers to stream on Stadia, not all games. I agree. I agree. Something that they are definitely lacking, and we've said that multiple times on the channel, are exclusives. And so hopefully, we can start seeing. And here's the thing: I know Stadia's still new. I know they hired a bunch of people. They built the studio up, but if your studio, wow, is not ready to produce those killer first party exclusives, pay for them. Pay for them. Pay Activision to bring an exclusive to your platform where no other person can get it. You have the money, Google. Start raking out cash for those exclusives, right? That's just what I'll say about that. GeForce Now tweet about an announcement tomorrow. Yes, I have. I know what that announcement is, but I cannot say anything about it. But stay tuned to this channel. You should hear about that announcement tomorrow. It's actually pretty cool. Um, okay, so I think Google just sees Stadia as a tool to push its real strategy, which is YouTube gaming. They want a big slice of the esport gaming stream. True, true, and this makes sense. But if they're doing this, they're not doing it the right way. Kind of like we stated, they're missing opportunities to target big YouTubers like Dr. Disrespect, PewDiePie, people who stream on YouTube. Even Ninja came back for one stream on YouTube. I mean, they should start getting those people to stream and paying money. Google, it's time to open your wallets. I guess that's the theme for this open chat. They need to start opening their wallets, man. According to NVIDIA is launching a state like this year. I think this is quite interesting. It'll be interesting to see what this looks like. And again, I stated this before. Before NVIDIA GeForce Now is what it is now, they actually had a model similar to Google Stadia where you paid $7.99 a month, and this is why I access the Witcher 3 4K. But you paid $7.99 a month to use the service, and then you paid for the games. Like I paid for The Witcher 3 for GeForce Now. So they had similar service. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see if they go that approach, right? What I see them doing with this is probably giving you access to Steam, Uplay, and Epic Game Store through GeForce Now, to where you would need to do those things separately. You'd be able to like, for instance, if there's a game like Dead Stranding on GeForce Now that you want to play, instead of having to go on, where's the game available? Steam, I think it is. Instead of having to go to Steam to purchase it, and then that game being available in GeForce Now, I see this like you just seeing the game and being able to purchase it right there and then. That might be what we see here, right? So, user, how do you say your name? I'm gonna call you user. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for being here and thanks for saying hi for sure. Do you know if GTA game is coming to Stadia? These rumors and speculation, but nothing has been officially confirmed yet. We just have to wait and see. Hopefully we hear something soon. If it is from the Google Stadia, free Fortnite. Love it, love it. All right, so I'm caught up mostly on this chat, and I think you guys are awesome for being here. I just want to know, just you guys been asking me questions, but I'm going to ask you guys some questions, right? Just what platform have you guys? Again, this is Cloud Gaming Channel. We try to push every cloud game platform. We're not biased to one. But want to know, based on all our videos, based on, Chief has been doing a good job covering pretty much every cloud game platform you can think of. What platform do you guys like mostly? And what videos have you guys watched for hours that, has been informative to make you guys try some of these, cloud platforms that you probably didn't have any idea of? So, question back to you guys. If you guys can answer that question in the comments, that can be helpful for sure. So let's keep the conversation going. Dancing Panda. When Google bought Android to the market, it took Android to take off, but eventually Android came to rule the world. I think the same will happen with Stadia. Just give it time. Good point with this. Again, it takes time, and Google has already said, right, they're looking at the long run for Stadia, not just here and now. And yeah, if that's the case, then we have really nothing to worry about. But I still think and feel like they need to fix the PR team, because they just cause more headache than they should. The best idea I heard recently for Stadia is Google to host a World Cup gaming tournament on the home hit. Total price 50 million players need to sign up. This will be cool. Again, we've talked about Google open up the wallets, but yeah, just doing something to bring awareness to Stadia. Use YouTube to do that, right? Google owns YouTube. Use YouTube to push that. And again, it goes back to Google PR and how just unorganized they are over there, right? This is a no-brainer. We don't have degrees in this stuff, and we're able to think of this stuff. There are people with degrees working for Google that this should come really simple and easy to them, but the fact that it's not being done is actually kind of concerning. Prices will be insane. Think 5 million. Yeah. I mean, again, Google has the money to do so, so this should not be an issue for them. Morning gamers, what up, Luke and Danny? How are you, sir? I have an iPhone, so wish that the Epic would have those V-Bucks. I don't think it's all an Epic, man. You gotta give Apple some flack here too, man. Apple, like I've stated before, they're very selfish company too. Epic definitely is playing hardball, but I feel like Apple needs to make some changes to iOS and how they bring games to the platform. What happened to you? Which game once the service left? So I still have access to it, and I think Ben was saying this in our podcast. People don't know you can actually play The Witcher 3 in GeForce Now, but they stripped the 4K version from it, so you cannot play 4K like you used to. But if you purchased it previously, you can still access it on GeForce Now, okay? Hope that answered that question. Stadia for quick access, but GeForce Now for graphics. You gotta love. Oh, I love it. I love it, KB. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. The fact that we get ray tracing for $5 a month, one of the best deals, personally, I feel. But yeah, I like what you said about Stadia, just having quick access, right? if you want to play a game, just Stadia, I stated this before, is the most reliable. You just boot it up, get right into the game. When you're done, you log off. As to where GeForce Now, sometimes the headache to, get a game started. Sometimes you have to wait for the queue to let you in and stuff like that. So, good point, for sure. Why is your stream quality camera better than your video quality? Wait, say that again. Why is your stream quality of camera? Is it? So again, I'm trying to figure this out. Got a new mic. Hopefully the my sound sounds better than my last open mic. But I do have a webcam coming that is going to replace this. If that's what you're asking, it's kind of dark. I do see that, but actually it looks pretty decent. It looks pretty decent. I'm looking at myself here on the second screen. It looks pretty decent. So I don't get what you're saying. Honestly speaking. Um, all right, so I love Shadow. I have found this in GeForce Now, Game Pass. Again, Isaiah, I said this in the last open chat. I think you are the epitome of what we do. Is that you are the person that we create this channel for. And so, yeah, the fact that you have most of the cloud game platforms, pretty cool. I don't know why everybody's tripping. I remember when Stadia first came, everyone thought it was gonna take 2-3 years. New game release. Now they're already done it. True, like I said, the games are gonna come this fall. If people can just be patient. Again, someone made let us know here. We knew this, but in a way, kind of put to the point that there were games missing for the month of August, and those games would have been available, like Serious Sam and Baldur's Gate, then we probably would not be having this conversation. So that makes a lot of sense. All right, so I have about 6 minutes before my lunch break is done. So if you guys have questions, man, let it come. I know Apple is a great company that charges over $100 a year to sell on the device in the App Store. They charge yeah. Again, you can't blame Epic all on Epic. I feel like Apple should take some of the responsibility. If Nvidia launch a Stadia, I'm leaving Stadia, to be honest. Uh if Nvidia launches a Stadia service but still lacks the games, right? It's still the same old GeForce Now, right? But if they're able to get same day release in Steam, Epic Game Store, then yeah, that's gonna be pretty dope, pretty dope. But I highly doubt that. So Shadows dope. Ace be looking kind of tick though. What do you mean by this? Thick. Oh, my face. Oh, is that what you mean? Like the camera's close. Thick though. Is that what you mean? Like the camera's all up in my face. I don't know. Let me know what you mean. Apple says they're at the forefront of creating support and upcoming ideas, but then that's a great point. I don't believe that. They want to say that to look good PR wise, but I doubt that. I feel like Apple's model should be, if you mess with our ecosystem, if you try to take money away from us, then you are our enemy. Boom. That's what the new uh, slogan should be. I have Stadia Pro, GeForce Now, and Shadow Boost. I'm really enjoying cloud gaming. Too bad I cannot use Stadia and GeForce Now on my iOS devices. I played the long game before I switch over to Android. Okay, true. Just so you know, if you have Shadow, we covered this on the video, but you can bypass needing Stadia, right? You can use Shadow to play Stadia if you really want to play Stadia in your iOS device. Chief did a video on that, so you can check it out if you haven't yet. Shadow is the perfect solution for me. Great. I'm glad you guys are loving Shadow. That's cool. Hopefully they're watching this. I know they do. So there you go. Kudos to you guys. People are enjoying your product. Where do you work? I'm a mental health therapist, and I have a private practice, and I also work for companies. So, um, I don't want to give y'all the name, but uh, yeah, the the name of my private practice though is Living Well Counseling. So, um, but yeah, that's what I do. So I'm on my lunch break right now, and again, just trying to connect with you guys. We do this every Monday and Wednesday for sure. So yeah, I'm a mental health therapist. All right, let's keep this going. I canceled my GeForce Now subscription. Image quality was blurred compared to Stadia 10. That's a bummer. I wonder what kind of rig they gave you with GeForce Now, because that's an issue that people run into where they get crappy rigs. And like Chief was trying to cover Hyperscape, and his rig was so crappy that it made the game perform like crap. And so I wonder if that was your situation. Maybe at that time, contact GeForce Now and see if they can make any changes, for you. Um, okay, let's see. People are laughing. Was this something I said? I don't know. See laugh out louds here. Okay, I like the convenience of Stadia for them all. I'm a console gamer, so Stadia feels more. I agree. Stadia, out of all of the other cloud game platforms, seems like the most console-like cloud game platform. So agree. Once GeForce Now upgrades the hardware, I'm sure they can hit 4K. GeForce Now is still improving, just like yes, I agree. I agree. And again, they've already stated that Ampere is coming to GeForce Now, and I think with that we might see the push for 4K for sure. I fellas, I got 3 minutes left before my lunch break is done. I don't think GeForce Now has sustainable model, $5 per month. Gonna cut it. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's okay. Again, I think Chief has stated this in our podcast. I feel like Nvidia's goal with GeForce Now is to showcase what the graphics card can do. As far as like making money from it, I don't think that's the end goal. I think the goal is to showcase the newest features like um, uh, GeForce Now highlights like RTX, right? It's a good way for them to showcase that. I know for Cyberpunk, right? When they were, trying to get it to created to test out for videos, they use GeForce Now to push it. So I feel like for stuff like that, that's where GeForce Now comes in. They make enough money with the graphics card to really, take GeForce Now and care about it that seriously. Apple's loading a few messages won't ban. That's funny. Mental health, yes. Stadia has the best streaming tech. GeForce Now, xCloud, the best games for value. Agreed. That's a good way to put it. Can you treat Aaron Greenberg? I clearly lost it. What? I don't know what that means. Cool. Hey there. Welcome again. Appreciate you guys being here. Neither have all three, which is best. Future. GeForce Now took a lot more games than Stadia. Stadia like a month. Makes sense. If Rockstar returned to so again, Curry, where we're kind of well, I'll talk more about that, but we're kind of trying to get some people from the GeForce Now team on here to answer some of those questions. We're working on doing some stuff with them. So if we do get that, we can ask questions like this. So if you guys like, just hit us up in Discord and give us these questions. I don't know if we have a section for it, but DM me if you can and bring those questions. We're trying to set up something to where we can get these questions answered. So again, if you guys want answers to those questions, let us know for sure. I want them to bring out Chrome finally because yeah, that'll be cool, right? That'll be cool if they can bring this out. It'd be really neat. How is Stadia compared to a console when it barely has? Oh, that's shot fired. I think that's hilarious. All right, fellas, it is about that time, but man, you guys were on here. Let me just quickly glance at what you guys are saying here before I hop off. Yo, Ham, what's good? Thank you for being here. Hope Epic wins the lawsuit. That would be nice. You guys are so on here trying to catch up. So let me just give you guys an update. So next Wednesday, again, these open chats are going to happen Monday, Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be giving away a 3-month Google Stadia subscription. So if you guys are interested, make sure you're here live for that next Wednesday at 12 open chat. Don't forget our podcast is on Saturdays at 2 p.m. So if you guys like the podcast, definitely check it out. It should be on all of your favorite podcasting streaming service. Chief just confirmed there's an iOS. So if you have iOS, Apple's Music Store, I don't know what the hell they call that, but iCloud, right? It should be available. It's on Google Play, it's on Spotify. So if you guys like this podcast, definitely check it out. It's pretty cool. We have a lot of great people who are enthusiasts about cloud gaming, and we talk about discussions. That's every Saturday at 2 p.m. So catch us on there as well. And this is really cool. Appreciate you guys being here. This is fun. Your channel is awesome. Like talking to you in Discord. Yeah, man, it's cool. Again, hop on the Discord. We keep conversations going on there too, if you guys haven't yet. So again, appreciate you guys, man. Thanks, bro. Ali Gaming, love you too. Apple Podcast, AJ's that what they call it these days. But the game's GeForce NOW and disappointed. Yeah, but they added Dead Stranding, they added Rogue Company, they added Hyperscape. Those games are not disappointed. All right, fellas, got to get out of here. Don't forget, if you like what we do, you can support us by checking us out on Patreon. Again, check out the tiers. That's what I tell people, man. We're not trying to rip you guys off. We, I think, hands down, offer one of the best tiers on Patreon for $5 only. That's the only tier. You get some really cool benefit. Seriously, I can't say we wanted to make it affordable and include as much as we can for the Patreon. So again, if you want to support us, that's a great way to do it. You get, again, just to list some stuff off, and I'm not trying to sell this, but you get, I'm trying to think, you get access discount to our merch. Again, if you haven't checked that out, do. You get some direct conversations with us. You get a say in videos that you want us to make. And if you have questions, you get to ask them. You get some emotes. Again, pretty cool stuff. All right, fellas, appreciate you guys. Gotta hop off here, man. This was a lot of fun. Next Wednesday, same thing with a giveaway, and I'll catch you guys on there for sure. All right, fellas, till next time, peace out.